afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on this Monday. Charlotte DeLesse's in for Susan, who remains on family leave, taking care of her folks down in South Carolina. We text on the weekends, so she's doing okay. Mom, not so much, but fingers crossed.
We're holding out hope.
Yep, absolutely. Thanks for being with us.
Oh, lovely to be here.
Top in our news today, what else? It's the weather. This week is going to be a hot one. Just how hot? Meteorologist Jacob Madison will let us know.
Texas's governor won't remove floating barriers along the Rio Grande. Critics call inhumane. I'm Skyler Henry with White House reactions and the Justice Department's plan to sue.
And the community response to SSM Health canceling its gender-affirming surgeries.
Tens of millions of people from the southwest to the southern tip of Florida remain under excessive heat warnings.
By the middle of the week, it is expected more than 230 million Americans will be affected by the country's record-setting heat wave. As the sun rose over the Arizona desert, residents in Phoenix braced for the city's 25th consecutive day of temperatures of at least 110 degrees. In Miami, the National Weather Service issued its 4th excessive heat warning for the area.
I used to be able to be in the sun, take the heat, but it just feels like I'm getting burned every time that I'm out.
Researchers say July is on pace to become the hottest month on record.
Let's take a look outside. This is a great place to be.
Oh, boy. That is
Splash Park. It's getting hot in here.
Thank goodness we have a lot of splash parks, right?
Absolutely. And Jacob is in the backyard to tell us just how hot it's going to get.
Yeah, and we also have to be thankful that although it's going to be hot this week, it's not going to be nearly as bad as it will be down south. But we will see high temperatures likely in the 90s. Now, right now, I do want to talk about the air quality alert. It is in effect until noon Tuesday for pretty much all of Wisconsin, with the exception of the far southwestern portion of the state. And looking at the air quality forecast, we are going to remain at the unhealthy for some level tomorrow. Now, right now, we actually have parts of Wisconsin dealing with straight unhealthy levels, which is level 4 out of 6. But it looks like we will improve to unhealthy for all of our area tomorrow. And then it looks like it will be better by the time we get to the middle and end of the week. But that's also when the temperatures are going to be the hottest. So looking at the future track smoke forecast, we're seeing some moderate smoke across our area right now, but it is going to get better throughout the day tomorrow. As I mentioned, the air quality advisory will expire at noon. Now, as far as precipitation, we are pretty much completely dry right now, and we have been for much of the day, and the temperatures aren't too bad. You know, the wildfire smoke has actually kind of kept those temperatures down a bit. The forecast was in the upper 80s, but with all the wildfire smoke, it's not going to get quite up there with current temperatures in the mid 80s for Madison, but it is a little bit warmer for those areas not in the air quality alert. But we will likely see temperatures in the 90s at some point this week with heat index values close to, if not above 100. I'll talk more in detail about that coming up later in the show.
All right, Jacob, we'll check back. Thank you. Continuing our exclusive coverage now of SSM Health stopping gender-affirming surgeries. Our investigative team has had responses from the community as well as local and state officials.
Our Catherine Merck joins us in the studio to share the responses to our reporting. Catherine.
City officials and state lawmakers have both denounced and praised the decision from SSM Health. On Friday, we reported that the Catholic healthcare system would stop gender-affirming surgeries after pressure from the Catholic Church. Democrats across the state, like Senator Melissa Agard, have said this is a dangerous and disappointing decision for the LGBTQ+ community.
SSM Health has made a decision that will cause harm to people within our communities. Not honoring the history and the science of providing medical care and medical treatment to trans people is very concerning to me.
Republicans like Representative Barbara Dietrich, whose district includes part of Dane County, have the opposite view. In a statement, she said, quote, "I applaud SSM Health's brave decision to remain consistent with their faith values." She added that these surgeries for minors are of a particular concern for her. On top of just lawmakers, many members of the LGBTQ+ community are also sharing their thoughts online. Some of them are hearing the news for the first time from us, now questioning what's next for what they say is necessary care. A link to our full original report is on our website at channel3000.com.
Catherine, thank you. Madison police say a shooting on the city's south side that left a man dead Saturday stemmed from an argument between a father and son over money. A 25-year-old man was found dead at a home in the 2800 block of Warner Street Saturday evening. Police say a gun was recovered at the scene, and a 64-year-old man was arrested on charges of first-degree intentional homicide. That man was the victim's father.
The suspect came out of the house, turned himself in, and immediately began talking to our officers and our detectives. And then again, remained at scene, was cooperative, shared information, and was taken to the Dane County Jail.
Pryor said the two men had gotten into an argument over money that became physical, and a single shot was fired. The shooting was isolated to those involved, though another man was at home at the time of the shooting.
Madison police are investigating after they say an 18-year-old man was found with a gunshot wound on the city's south side. Officers were called to the 2900 block of Coho Street at around 5:30 p.m. yesterday. The man was given emergency aid and taken to a local hospital for further treatment. Police say that while an investigation is ongoing and in its early stages, it appears the shooting was targeted. The MPD Violent Crimes Unit is leading the investigation.
The Dane County Medical Examiner's Office identified both people who died following a crash involving a motorcycle and a pedestrian Friday night near Easttown Mall. Both the motorcyclist and pedestrian died following the crash at the intersection of East Wash and Egan Road. The incident blocked traffic along East Washington Avenue for multiple hours. The Dane County Medical Examiner's Office said 68-year-old Bradley Juvie and 20-year-old Alexis Arias, were both of Madison, died at the scene of injuries sustained in the crash. Madison police confirmed Arias was the motorcyclist and Juvie was the pedestrian. Well, after a handful of defeats last year, Republicans are looking to set a different course for next year's pivotal presidential election.
And they're starting here in Wisconsin with a new plan to bank people's votes. Political reporter Will Keneally has more on what that means.
It's long been a game plan by Democrats to encourage their voters to not wait until Election Day to cast their ballots. But now Republicans are pushing for their voters to, quote-unquote, bank their votes early. It's a national effort, but Republicans are starting it in the swing state of Wisconsin. National Republican Party Chairwoman Ronna McDaniel explained during a call with reporters this morning.
We no longer have an election day. We have an election season, and we need to start now to start educating our voters and engaging them on the importance of not allowing Democrats to get a huge start and banking votes long before Election Day.
Now, this comes as Republicans have historically questioned the integrity of early voting processes, including Madison's drop boxes and voting in the park. Now, we pushed Republican officials on just what it would take for Republicans to feel secure about the early voting process. We'll have more on that coming up tonight at 5. Reporting from the Capitol, Will Keneally, News 3 Now.
And today's press call was part of a wide-ranging discussion, including about next month's presidential debate and whether former President Trump will make an appearance.
The RNC chairwoman says she has spoken to the former president, but expects he will not make an announcement until close to the debate.
The federal government is going after the state of Texas because of barriers along the U.S.-Mexico border, which the Biden administration says are dangerous and unlawful.
Skylar Henry has more details from the White House.
The White House says Texas Governor Greg Abbott's decision to put floating barriers on the Rio Grande is endangering lives.
He continues to do this really cruel, unjust, inhumane ways of moving forward with a system that has been broken for decades.
The Justice Department gave Abbott until 1 p.m. Central Monday to remove floating barriers or be sued. The Republican governor responded in a letter to President Biden saying Texas will fully utilize its constitutional authority to deal with the crisis you have caused. And he added, Texas will see you in court, Mr. President.
I think you're seeing the governor do everything he possibly can to secure the border.
The Biden administration says the barriers are not needed, pointing out that border crossings are at a 2-year low.
What you see the governor doing is dangerous and unlawful, and it's actually hurting the process. It's hurting the process of what we're trying to do.
They do deserve some credit for the numbers being down, but there's a lot of reasons for that. It's also 115 degrees in Texas right now.
Mexico has lodged an official complaint with the U.S., saying the floating barriers violate 2 treaties governing the use of the Rio Grande. Homeland Security Advisor Liz Sherwood Randall is in Mexico City, discussing migration challenges with her counterparts. Skylar Henry, CBS News, the White House.
The buoy barrier stretches about 1,000 feet along the river near Eagle Pass, Texas, and is anchored to the riverbed.
After more than 30 years in business, the company that makes the famous cheesehead has been bought by the Green Bay Packers. The foam wedges, which were created by Milwaukee and Ralph Bruno in 1987, had long been produced by Bruno's company, Foamation Inc. Packers CEO Mark Murphy announced the purchase ahead of the Packers' annual shareholder meeting and also unveiled a new line of Cheesehead products that will be available through the team's Pro Shop.
I bet they're going to cost a little bit more.
I'm thinking so.
Maybe.
Just a scooch, right?
Well, Barbie made box office history this past weekend.
And it turns out Barbie and history go hand in hand. That story when Live at 4 continues.
Update your Bath area for accessibility without skimping on style with one call to Mad City Baths, Wisconsin's #1 remodeler. In as little as one day, get a new walk-in tub or shower infused with Microban antimicrobial protection. Back with a lifetime warranty. And remember, once you receive a free design consultation, we'll lock your price in and guarantee it for 1 year. Now's the time to call during our triple savings sale. Save 3 ways. First, receive 50% off installation of a new bath or shower. Second, 24 months, no interest, no payments, senior military discounts. And third, call during this program and receive a free $50 Walmart gift card with your in-home estimate from Mad City. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466.
My late father-in-law lit up a room, but his vision dimmed with age. He had AMD. I didn't know it then, but it can progress to GA, an advanced form of the disease. His struggle with vision loss from AMD made me want to help you see warning signs of GA, like straight lines that seem wavy, blurry or missing visual spots that make it hard to see faces, like this one, or trouble with low light. That makes driving at night a real challenge. If you've been diagnosed with AMD and notice vision changes, don't wait. GA is irreversible. It's important to catch it early. Talk to your eye doctor about GA and learn more at gawon'twait.com.
At Machinery Row Bicycles, you'll find bicycle store quality electric e-bikes from Trek, Electra, Felt, Giant, and more. Trek offers the best-selling e-bike in America, Trek Verve Plus, under $2,500. At Machinery Row Bicycles, you'll find fat e-bikes, mountain e-bikes, road e-bikes, bike path e-bikes, and more. Free services included. The place to shop for your new e-bike is Machinery Row Bicycles, the most beautiful bicycle store in the world.
This summer, happiness is a new Chevy. You can go farther, tow more. I know it's up for me. And bring along everyone you love. Your road to happiness begins in a new Chevy. Get 1.9% financing on select popular Chevy SUVs when you finance with GM Financial. Plus, make no monthly payments for 90 days. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Ivisia Dry Eye Drops. Made with hydrating polymers, moisturizing hyaluronic acid, and revitalizing trehalose for instant dryness relief that lasts up to 8 hours. Ivisia, we see a better way.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
8 cases of malaria have been found in the U.S., 7 in Florida, and 1 in Texas.
It is the first time since 2003 the disease has been transmitted within this country. The mosquito-borne illness can be deadly if not treated quickly. Experts warn that rising temperatures nationwide could lead to an increase in the mosquito population. Researchers have found parts of the southern U.S. will have a suitable climate for malaria by 2050. CBS News medical contributor Dr. Celine Gounder says tells CBS Mornings the best ways to keep mosquitoes from biting.
Use things like insect repellent with DEET, treat your clothing with permethrin. These are insecticides that can be helpful in these situations. And then do things like the health department does, which is to drain areas of standing water where mosquitoes can reproduce.
Several vaccines to fight malaria are being used overseas, but none is approved for use in the U.S. About 2,000 cases of malaria are diagnosed in the U.S. every year. Most are in people who recently traveled to countries where the disease is common.
And outdoor activities are more common in summer, but so are are ticks, exposure to ticks anyway, and there are more ticks now than ever before. That could be partially due to climate change, but experts say it has more to do with white-tailed deer becoming more common in densely populated areas. Some species of tick carry diseases that can be debilitating or even life-threatening, including Lyme disease. A tick bite can also cause you to be allergic to red meat. Prevention is the best approach. Experts say when you're at risk of exposure in the great outdoors, cover your skin and tuck the bottoms of your pants into your socks.
Some cookies from Trader Joe's have been recalled. Trader Joe's almond windmill cookies and dark chocolate chunk almond cookies have been removed from store shelves and destroyed. The company says their supplier told them that rocks could be in the cookies.
Well,
if you have never heard that before, if you have any almond windmill cookies or dark chocolate chunk almond cookies from Trader Joe's, check the sell-by date. If it's October 19th to 21st or October 17 to 21, you should throw them away or return them to any Trader Joe's for a full refund.
Stocks closed higher to kick off a big week of earnings reports. The Dow Industrials added 183 points, closing at 35,411. The Nasdaq added 26. The S&P 500 was up 18. Well, a pink wave swept through theaters over the weekend. Barbie had the biggest opening of the year so far.
It is a comedy, but it also shows how Barbie inspired generations of girls to dream big.
It took some very hard-working women to make that happen, and Jamie Yukas has their story.
This is the fashion that got me hired at Mattel.
Take a walk through Carol Spencer's home.
I have over 350.
You have more than 350 Barbie dolls
In this room alone.
And you just might think you're in Barbie's dream house.
That's my first design that was accepted for the line.
Spencer, a spry 90 years old, spent 35 years as a Barbie fashion designer at Mattel.
It's really a wonderful feeling. I think of every child that played with the Barbie doll as my child.
The very first Dr. Barbie in 1973 was her vision.
Most of it, doctors, surgeons at that time were all men. And as long as we were exploring careers for a child, I thought, why not?
Did you even at the time realize what impact Barbie would have on children?
No, I didn't realize it at all. Barbie, you're beautiful.
Since bursting onto the scene in 1959, Barbie has given kids the chance to dream about their futures.
I'm going to be a doctor just like you.
Having more than 250 careers.
Astronaut Barbie.
She was flying through outer space as an astronaut 18 years before Sally Ride made the trip.
The Barbie dream house.
While living a life of style.
This independent, strong female role model in Barbie that owned her own house. And not only that, was rocking millions of careers.
Lisa McKnight is the executive vice president and global head of Barbie at Mattel.
It was really progressive at that time.
It was very progressive at that time. And you think about the context of the 1950s, women couldn't even cash their own checks.
While many toys for girls at the time focused on caring for children, Mattel co-founder Ruth Handler saw opportunity.
She was the one who was the sales genius, the marketing genius.
Biographer Robin Gerber says Handler tapped into a feminist movement.
Little girls were asking for other kinds of Barbies. Well, they started to want Barbies who actually had careers, and that has, of course, blossomed to everything you could think of.
By the 90s, the New York Times calculated 95% of all American girls ages 3 to 11 had at least one Barbie.
I'm tour guide Barbie.
And she appeared everywhere from movies to music videos. But over the years, Mattel has addressed criticism that the doll was sometimes out of touch or contributing to unrealistic beauty standards, especially after a 2016 study found that young girls who played with the traditional Barbie doll had more dissatisfaction with their bodies than girls who played with curvier dolls.
We were hearing playback from parents and focus groups that they didn't see Barbie as a role model. There wasn't a lot of depth behind the brand.
Barbie's creators made efforts to expand her reach, unveiling dolls of different races, body shapes, and sizes.
Barbie has had such an evolution. I can't help but notice right away, wheelchair Barbie.
Yes, we are so proud of that doll. It's so important for kids to see themselves in the doll and to have that representation, but also it's really important for kids at a young age to learn about empathy.
And at the World of Barbie in Santa Monica, California,
I'm a Barbie girl in the Barbie world. Life is fantastic, fantastic.
you can see the empathy and inspiration on full display.
I found an astronaut. Yay, that's me. Because I'm going to be an astronaut when I grow up. These look like different country Barbies.
They are.
Well, she's going to continue changing as we change.
Carol Spencer, who spent decades bringing Barbie to life, knows the doll's impact will continue for generations.
You know, Ruth Handler said at one point after she left Mattel, it's amazing how so many different children love Barbie in many different ways.
What are those different ways?
Some love playing with the doll as for the careers.
So many people love her for her fashion.
Mm-hmm.
We have you to thank for that.
Well, thank you. I enjoyed it.
So we all know Barbie's counterpart Ken, but here's the thing. Barbie never married, even though she had plenty of wedding dresses.
The designers wanted children playing with her to decide on their own what she did and how she dressed. And she could do better than Ken. Come on.
Yeah, come
Just
on.
saying.
Don't settle, Barbie.
We're facing some brutal heat indexes this week, or is it Indices. Indices, that's it. But how is that index determined?
We will find out when we go beyond the barometer and Jacob's forecast just ahead.
If you're thinking it takes a lot of time or money to upgrade your bathroom, then think again. Call Mad City Baths. In as little as 1 day, convert your old bathtub into an easy access low step-in shower with grab bars and handhelds. Or choose a walk-in tub with relaxing hydrotherapy.
It's a spa. It's my way. I go there, fill up the bathtub, turn on the jets, and I just relax. It's now my spa.
And now during our triple savings sale, save 3 ways. First, receive 50% off installation of a new bath or shower. Second, 24 months, no interest, no payments, senior military discounts. And third, call during this program and receive a free $50 Walmart gift card with your in-home estimate from Mad City. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466.
Do you suffer from chronic or severe back or neck pain? Did you know that there is now a treatment method available right here at Midwest Spine and Nerve Center that offers hope of avoiding spinal surgery for those suffering with bulging, herniated, or degenerative discs? Our therapies help reduce pain related to these conditions and have a high success rate in helping people just like you avoid back or neck surgery.
I've experienced low back pain for over 15 years. I had back surgery when I was 26 and had difficulties recovering. The doctors at Midwest Spine and Nerve Center have given me a new lease on life. I am now able to enjoy an active, pain-free lifestyle.
Call Midwest Spine and Nerve Center now to schedule a no-obligation consultation to see if our progressive pain-relieving therapies are right for you.
Your heart is the beat of life. If you have heart failure, entrust your heart to Entresto. Entresto helps improve your heart's ability to pump blood to the body. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. And don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor if Entresto is right for you.
There are exciting changes at Vitense Golfland. The practice and entertainment experience on the golf range is now even better. The new second level of golf suites offers fantastic elevated views, free top tracer, along with all the usual great amenities. In the heated and covered golf suites, relax in comfortable chairs and bar top tables as you enjoy food and drink items of the Signature Hole Grill and Bar, served by friendly wait staff. Also, enjoy watching sporting events while you practice and play. Watch, eat, practice, and play in the golf suites at Vitense Golfland.
Well, take a look at this. Talk about a surprise gender reveal. Zookeepers at Ohio's Columbus Zoo had 2 unexpected discoveries. A newborn baby gorilla and the realization that its mother wasn't a male gorilla. So how could the facility not know that 8-year-old Sully was a female? It's because vets at the zoo where Sully was born took a hands-off approach with her care. When she came to the Columbus Zoo, she was identified as male. She didn't need any medical care, so her gender was never confirmed. The infant is a healthy girl, we think.
Oh my gosh. Stay tuned. We'll let you know 8 years from now.
Quite a surprise.
That is quite the surprise.
And apparently with younger gorillas, they really don't form like the big males until like they're 8. So Sully's age
now is
now.
about the time that you would find out.
I like how you added the "we think" at the end, even though it's like a realization now. So.
Quite a surprise. Well, no surprise with no weather.
Yeah, it's going to get pretty hot this week. Thankfully, today hasn't been too bad, but unfortunately, it's because of the air quality. I'll talk more in detail about just how hot it will get coming up right after the break.
They explained everything to us. They came and, on time when they said they were going to get the job done. So, everything was great.
With more than 50,000 satisfied customers and an A+ rating with the BBB, Mad City Baths is your trusted source for beautiful American-made baths and showers infused with Microban antimicrobial protection so they're easy to clean. And now during our triple savings sale, save 3 ways. First, receive 50% off installation of a new bath or shower. Second, 24 months, no interest, no payment, senior military discounts. And third, call during this program and receive a free $50 Walmart gift card with your in-home estimate from Mad City. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466.
Family is just very important. She's my sister, and we depend on each other a lot.
She's the rock of the family. She's the person who holds everything together.
It's a battle, I'm gonna be there.
Keytruda and chemotherapy, been treated in my cancer with 2 different types of medicine.
In a clinical trial, Keytruda and chemotherapy was proven to help people live longer than chemotherapy alone. Keytruda is used to treat more patients with advanced lung cancer than any other immunotherapy. Keytruda may be used with certain chemotherapies as your first treatment. If you have advanced non-squamous, non-small cell lung cancer and you do not have an abnormal EGFR or ALK gene. Keytruda can cause your immune system to attack healthy parts of your body during or after treatment. This may be severe and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you have cough, shortness of breath, chest pain, diarrhea, severe stomach pain, severe nausea or vomiting, headache, light sensitivity, eye problems, irregular heartbeat, extreme tiredness, constipation, dizziness or fainting, changes in appetite, thirst or urine, confusion, memory problems, muscle pain or weakness, fever, rash, itching or flushing. There may be other side effects. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions, including immune system problems. If you've had or plan to have an organ or stem cell transplant, receive chest radiation, or have a nervous system problem.
It feels good to be here for them.
Living longer is possible. It's true. Keytruda from Merck. Ask your doctor about Keytruda.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Well, here are the 3 things you need to know for the upcoming week. The big one, though, is right here. It's going to be hot and humid, also hazy, although the hazy weather looks like it will get better after tomorrow. The heat and humidity, though, will continue to get worse until Friday. We also see some foggy weather during the morning hours because it's humid and because the temperatures are going to be a lot warmer than what we've seen lately. And we also have a chance of some rain, some small chances, really almost every day until Sunday, but most of the time it actually will be dry. I'll talk about the rain forecast in a moment, but first, high temperatures tomorrow will begin to get into the 90s. Today, we haven't really gotten into the 90s too much. A lot of that has to do with the wildfire smoke, but tomorrow we're going to see sunshine, especially by the evening. We're not going to see as much wildfire smoke either, with a lot of sunshine with partly sunny skies at times. As we get into Wednesday, temperatures are going to continue to warm up. Highs will be in the lower 90s, partly sunny, hot and humid, but it's only going to get worse for Thursday. here's a look at the temperature forecast for the next 10 days. And Thursday will be the hottest day with high temperatures in the mid-90s. And it's going to continue to be humid, so those heat index values will likely be above 100 degrees. It's possible that the actual temperatures could get to 100 for some areas. But after the rain moves through, we are going to be cooler for next week. And that cool trend looks to continue to begin August. If we look at the 8 to 14 temperature outlook, unfortunately, the southern part of the United States is going to continue to be brutal. But here in Madison, we're going to be back to near average. So this heat wave, it's not going to last very long. It's hard to even call it a wave. Now, as far as precipitation, we have the chance of some rain Wednesday afternoon. It looks like we are going to get a pretty nice break from the rain Wednesday night into Thursday. I also want to point out it's not really going to rain tomorrow either. And then as we get into Friday morning, we could see some more showers move into our area. But the best chance of rain looks to be for Friday afternoon through Saturday morning, with a possibly a good amount of rainfall, but still a bit unclear just how much rain will fall. Here's a look at the precipitation outlook. This is definitely subject to change, and my guess is this is actually being a bit generous considering we need the rainfall. I wouldn't be surprised if we see totals a little bit less than that, but these totals are definitely possible. Just we'll keep you updated on the rainfall as you know, it gets closer. But we are for sure going to see that heat, and Thursday will be the hottest day. So if we look at the 7 to 10 day forecast, we are going to see some slight chances of rain really for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But for the most part, it is going to be dry for much of the day. Thursday will be the hottest day with highs in the mid-90s. And then after the bulk of the rain comes through, which will be Saturday, next week is looking to be a lot cooler, although still warm, but very close to average for this time of year. I also want to point out, how about these overnight low temperatures will be around 70 degrees. So we're going to see the hot weather. I'll have more details on the heat index in just a moment.
All right, it's been pretty hot in Texas. Last week, a meteorologist in Dallas had some
Say hi.
fun with the heat index map. Take a look.
Right now in Terrell and in Dallas, your heat index is 107. Everyone in McKinney is dead. The temperature, the heat index right now in McKinney is 10,000. What is that? 101,105. It's hot in McKinney.
Oh, now, it is nowhere near 100,105 here, but it is going to be rather hot here this week.
Joining us for Beyond the Barometer to talk about the heat index, Jacobs is back. So what is the heat index?
Well, the answer for that question is the simple one. It's basically how the temperature feels, and it is a combination of the actual temperature and the relative humidity. And for this week especially, you should be paying attention more to that heat index rather than the actual temperature.
So wind chill in reverse?
Yeah, basically.
So
although, sorry to interrupt, but the wind chill is mostly based on the wind.
Obviously.
The heat index is mostly based on the humidity.
So when should we start worrying about the heat index?
Well, really when it gets up to 90, we could see some pretty
90-degree temperatures.
No, heat index. 90-degree heat
Okay.
index, where we can start to see some concerns. If we pull up this graphic, it's actually a pretty nice representation of what the heat index is in comparison to the dew point. So if we look at around 94, 96 degrees up at the top, that's around the temperatures we'll see, and we could get humidity values up to the mid-70s. So we'll be right on that extreme caution to danger level. The reddish, I see these colors are kind of weird, but the second level is, so it goes from caution, extreme caution, danger, and extreme danger. We're not going to get to the extreme danger level, but we'll be right between the extreme caution and danger level. Really, like I mentioned, once the heat index are in the 90s, you should begin to have some precaution, but especially when it gets to 105, which we could get to on Thursday. Thankfully, we're not going to get into that extreme danger level.
Does it help to go in the shade?
Yes, it does, but not necessarily. The shade is mostly helpful for for like sunburn and the rays coming down from the sun. But as far as a break from the heat, it does help a little bit, but not as much as you would think. And in fact, I talked about how the wind is the main factor when accounting for wind chill. It actually, when the temperatures get this hot, it actually makes it worse because it kind of blows the hot air towards you and makes it feel a little bit hotter, actually.
We've talked about this many, many times, but I think it bears repeating what people can do to help themselves with this extreme heat.
Yeah, let's pull up this graphic. It has some nice bullet points. So the biggest one is to just stay hydrated and take breaks from the heat. But you should also possibly wear light clothes. even light-colored clothes because white clothes reflect the sun, whereas dark clothes kind of absorb the heat. And obviously check on elderly and pets. And I also want to pull up this graphic kind of showing where we'll be. We'll be right around 105. Now this is the absolute worst. It's not going to be a 105 heat index all the time, but we'll be right between, like I said, that extreme caution to danger level. Heat exhaustion is possible. Because we're on the bottom tier of that danger level, I would say possible rather than likely, which is what the graphic shows. Like I said, we'll be right around 105 as the peak for this week, and it'll mostly be Thursday and Wednesday afternoon.
And more people die from heat than any other weather phenomenon. Yeah,
because, you know, it impacts the most people. You know, obviously tornadoes are horrible, but it impacts a very small area, and hurricanes, you know, those are bad as well, but it doesn't impact as many people as heat. Like us here in Madison, we don't have to deal with hurricanes, and you know, even people in like northern Georgia, northern Alabama, a good portion of Texas, they don't have to deal with hurricanes, but almost everyone has to deal with heat unless you're really far north or really far south for the South Pole.
And it's 150 days till the first day of winter.
Yeah, and we have been thankful so far this
we've lucked
year. And even this heat wave, like, it's going to be short-lived. It's going to be pretty bad, but it's not. It's like I said, it's going to be pretty short-lived. So by the time we get to next week, it'll be a lot better.
Nothing like Texas or Florida or Arizona.
They're going to continue to see that for next week, unfortunately.
Worse.
All right. Thanks for taking us beyond the barometer.
You're welcome.
Coming up next year on Live at 4, a goat with a ponytail. You need to say anything more?
Then at 5. The UPS strike could impact a lot of people should it occur. Our Kyle Pozorski will explain.
Improve your well-being and comfort with a new walk-in tub or shower from Mad City Baths. It's the safe, smart solution for bathing. Our custom features are designed to match your style with premium patterns like Canyon Rock, classic concrete, and more. And remember, we lock your price in and guarantee it for 1 year. Time is running out to call during our triple savings sale. Save 3 ways. First, receive 50% off installation of a new bath or shower. Second, 24 months, no interest, no payments, senior military discounts. And third, last chance to call during this program and receive a free $50 Walmart gift card with your in-home estimate. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466.
Look, Mom, I found one. Oh, yeah, you did, but we need an ATM from our bank, unless you want to spend a small fortune in fees.
No, thank you. Banking with BMO means more fee-free ATMs than the 2 largest U.S. banks combined, including places like pharmacies and grocery stores.
Saving money and more convenient. Look at you being so helpful.
What'd you expect? You're studying at a help stop.
That's you.
That's me, at a desk.
When a bank helps you get and stay ahead, that's the BMO effect.
I suffer with psoriatic arthritis and psoriasis. I was on a journey for a really long time to find some relief. Cosentix works for me.
Cosentix helps real people get real relief from the symptoms of psoriatic arthritis or psoriasis. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or lowered ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine or plan to, or if IBD symptoms develop or worsen.
I move so much better because of Cosentix.
Ask your rheumatologist about Cosentix.
Set summer in motion with the most electrifying Honda vehicles yet, like the CR-V and the Accord, both with available hybrid powertrains, designed to deliver more thrilling performance and more innovative tech. Make every adventure more electrifying with Honda, the most awarded brand in Car and Driver 10 Best history. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
New at 5, Wisconsin GOP leaders are shifting their views on mail-in and early voting after previously opposing it. We uncover why Republicans are encouraging the voting methods they had said were not secure.
We're going to see very hot temperatures this week with heat index values likely exceeding 100 degrees at times. I'll have more details at 5.
And ahead at 6, a looming UPS strike could disrupt your package deliveries. We explore why employees are taking a stand and how it could impact local residents. That's tonight at 6.
Oh, dear.
Oh, wow, this is rough.
Give me the weather satellite to spin. We end up in Honolulu, 83 degrees. Boy, that looks
I
nice.
see my spot right there on the beach.
Yep.
By that one palm tree.
Oh, that third one on the...
That one right there.
I see it, yep. Well, the acronym for the greatest of all time is GOAT, and this may be the GOAT of stories involving a goat.
Jeannie Mose reports on a special bond between a horse and a goat.
Did you hear the one about the goat that got tangled in a horse's tail?
Are you stuck in his tail? How did this happen? I don't know either.
Copper the horse and Jessie the goat are friends who got entangled. What is your theory for how this happened?
So my theory is that Copper was swatting at a fly with his tail and happened to hook Jessie's horns in it.
Teresa Goins is the owner of Orchard View Farm in Marysville, Ohio, where there's a lot of horsing around between a llama, donkeys, and horses that scratch each other. Not to mention Jessie the goat missing part of her ear after getting it caught while leaping over a barn door. And here she is, caught again, this time on Copper's tail.
Copper, you got a friend, a really close friend right now? Huh?
We'd love to show you the untangling, but Teresa stopped recording since she needed both hands to separate the two.
Well, it was in there good, I'm telling you. She had one horn wrapped this way and the other horn wrapped the opposite way. It took me a couple minutes, but I was so happy I didn't have to cut his tail.
Mission accomplished.
She is free from Copper's tail.
But not before there were a slew of jokes about the goat with an actual ponytail.
I got a ponytail.
This is the moment a horse and a goat learned it takes two to tangle.
Are you stuck in his tail? How did this happen?
Jeannie Mose, CNN.
Ponytail.
New York.
I
That is
love
a really
goats.
sweet picture.
I love goats.
All right, it turns out it's true. It's Barbie's world, and we're just living in it.
Film critic Will Loper has Barbie box office numbers when Live at 4 continues.
There's a difference in a small town where family values still hold true. Welcome to the Portage Furniture Store. Well, we ventured back to Portage and look at who we found, the two Ayers brothers, Austin and Aaron. It's good to see you guys.
Welcome back.
So how is business? How is life?
Business has been great. You know, it's been very busy, busy for both of us. A couple new kiddos in the past year. So no, but business has been doing great.
I know you really want to give a shout out to all of the people around this area that shop local, that choose to come right here to Cook Street to see the two of you.
Obviously, first and foremost, we're so appreciative of our customers, and there's just been such a strong sentiment to shop local, shop small, support family business. And I guess with the inventory, we've been very blessed. We've got a packed showroom, trucks coming in every week. We've really, we're running out of places to put everything. We're in good shape.
I feel like there's such a difference in the customer's mood when they walk in. They don't have that anxious feeling of, oh gosh, here comes the salesperson coming over to talk to me. Yeah. Why is that so different here?
We put a major emphasis on no pressure shopping. Our salespeople, they're fantastic. They're gonna be there when you need them, but they're gonna let you, try everything out, and they're gonna leave you alone, let you relax.
So all these years later, the big question is, there's still the Portage Furniture free delivery?
Yep, absolutely. Still the free delivery. Gonna bring it right into your home, set it up, make it perfect for you. They'll even cook you dinner or sing a song for you if you need. They're just fantastic.
That's that small, local, family feel business mentality. You can't replicate it, right?
We're Ayers family.
From the Portage Furniture Store, I'm Emmy Fink, and you're buzzed into Madison.
Save big money with 11% off everything at Menards. Let the fresh air in with a Larson Storm Door. This Liberty Storm Door features magnetic weather stripping that seals like a refrigerator. Get one today for $139.99 after rebate. Secure your door with TrueBolt electronic lock sets. The TrueBolt Trinidad electric entry lever provides keyless access to your home with a programmable keypad and is available in 4 finishes. Get it now for $74.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
You got me.
Tag, you're it.
Imagine a world with no drama. With 4imprint, you don't have to chase down the perfect promotional products. Exclusive apparel, bags, drinkware, and more. 4imprint will help you capture the moment and guarantee to deliver your order on time and on budget. Take the drama out of ordering promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
It's time now for your first warn traffic. Really not much to report on. In fact, a lot of areas are better than normal for this time of day. You know, this is the peak time for rush hour. There are a few slowdowns on the eastbound Beltline as well as the 51, but for the most part, you know, nothing too extreme. Looking closer at some parts of the city, also seeing some some slowdown at spots, but for the most part, you know, it's just simple rush hour traffic. As we look at the interstate, down south toward Janesville, 70 miles per hour or above in both directions, and that includes up north to the Dells. And if we look at timing-wise for the Beltline, it is green in both directions. And that's your first warn traffic. Back to you folks at the couch.
Divers plunged from a bridge in Pristina, Kosovo Sunday in an annual contest which attracts huge crowds.
Oh, dear.
While some opted to enter the cold, white Drin River feet first, others adopted a traditional swallow dive, hitting the water 65 feet below head first at high speed. This year's contest was won by swallow diver Ewald Krinik, who says fear makes the sport rather thrilling.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, to each his own, right? Yeah.
Here he goes.
Wow. Okay.
All right.
It makes it look so easy.
Glad they're having fun.
Mm-hmm.
The gender pay gap between full-time working women and their male counterparts is at its narrowest point ever in the U.S.
According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, last quarter, women received median weekly earnings of $1,000. In comparison, men earned about $1,200. While that is not equal, some trends have helped female workers narrow the gap to about 84% of what men are making.
Women are getting more education and they're having children later, and so they're focusing on their careers more. Second, some of the fastest growing occupations right now are majority female occupations like nurse practitioner, like pharmacist, like health services manager.
Other contributing factors have been the availability of remote work and more fathers participating in childcare. Policy changes, including paid family leave and childcare subsidies, could lead to tightening the wage gap even more.
Well, speaking of wages, it was a record-breaking weekend at the box office. So many records broken.
Here's our film critic Will Loper with all the numbers in the Loper Report.
Will Merkin Charlotte Barbenheimer is at last here, and it is as glorious as anyone could have possibly imagined. The highly anticipated releases of both Barbie and Oppenheimer have outperformed expectations at the box office, setting off an explosion of new records broken.
Hi, Barbie!
Hi, Ken. Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie.
Hi, Barbie!
Hi, Ken.
Hi, Ken.
Barbie, directed by Greta Gerwig and starring Margot Robbie as the famous Mattel toy come to life, along with Ryan Gosling as Ken, made an insane $155 million, the biggest opening of 2023.
We imagine a future, and our imaginings horrify us.
Oppenheimer comes from director Christopher Nolan and stars Cillian Murphy as J. Robert Oppenheimer in a race against the Nazis to build the atomic bomb, also making a better than predicted $80 million.
You're the great improviser, but this you can't do in your head.
The combined box office of all movies this past weekend is the fourth highest box office weekend ever. This is the first time in history that two movies opened to over $80 million each. And Barbie surpasses Captain Marvel to be the highest opening weekend for a female director ever.
Some things have been happening that might be related. Cold shower, falling off my roof, and my heels are on the ground.
As for the movies themselves, Barbie is a hilariously written and sharp social commentary on gender and society, with a fantastic leading performance by Margot Robbie as Barbie, who undergoes an existential crisis about her place in the universe.
What do I have to do?
You have to go
to the real world.
You can go back to your regular life, or you can know the truth about the universe. The choice is now yours.
The first one, the high heel. You have to want to know, okay? Do it again.
Oppenheimer's nearly 3 hours of men in rooms talking, but it's no less gripping because of it. The plot moves at a relentless speed and features a haunted performance by Cillian Murphy as the father of the atomic bomb, undergoing an existential crisis about his place in the universe.
Are we saying there's a chance that when we push that button, we destroy the world? Chances are near zero. Near zero. What do you want for theory alone? Zero would be nice.
Both of these movies are absolutely worth seeing. Head to your nearest theater to see either, or even both, as soon as possible.
The world will remember this day.
Over on streaming services, newly streaming on Paramount Plus is the series Special Ops Lioness.
Mr. President, we have a situation unfolding in real time.
Are you close?
Closer than we've ever been. You up for playing outside the lines? Ready to do my job, man?
If your cover is blown, there is no saving you. You have to save yourself.
Zoe Saldana stars as Jo, a Marine in charge of an all-women military unit.
Asset is embedded. Mission is launched. We can't stop it now.
For Live at 4, I'm Will Loper.
This is our mess. We clean it up.
So many things to watch.
Wow. Where do we begin? Okay.
All right.
I'm going to take you to Barbie.
Okay, I'll go.
Okay.
All right. Well, final check your forecast coming up.
Fry Construction invites you to celebrate summer with our hot summer sale. We're talking about hot savings of 23%. Many of your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best Roofer 3 years in a row. Experience the best of Madison for yourself with Fry Construction. Get on board for our hot summer sale. Save 23% off gutters with any full roofing or siding project. Schedule your consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
This is Matt Gunderson. We recently celebrated the life of George, loved by many, feared by walleye. As part of his fishing-themed celebration, everyone in attendance accepted one of his favorite lures. Allow us to personalize every detail of a life well lived.
There's nothing better than a great night's sleep on a new Tempur-Pedic mattress from Steinhoffels. The Tempur-Pedic Breeze is made with a one-of-a-kind cooling technology that pulls heat away from your body, making the mattress feel up to 10 degrees cooler. Right now, Queen Tempur-Pedic Breeze mattresses are only $83 per month when you use Steinhoffels' 72-month financing. Plus, get $300 in Steinhoffels cash. Steinhoffels is your sleep solution destination. Shop in-store or online at steinhoffels.com.
Madison Magazine's Summer Restaurant Week is here. Participating restaurants will provide a 3-course meal starting at $30 featuring wine and more starting July 23rd through the 28th. For a list of participating restaurants, menus, and details, visit MadisonRestaurantWeek.com. It's a perfect opportunity to sample some of Madison's local restaurants. Don't miss Madison Magazine's Summer Restaurant Week 2023. Presenting sponsor, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund. Supporting sponsor, Bergstrom Cadillac and Chevrolet. Wine sponsor, Delicato and Frederick Wildman.
After previously opposing it, Wisconsin GOP leaders are shifting their views on mail-in and early voting. We'll uncover why Republicans are encouraging the voting methods they previously said were not secure. That's coming up at 5.
From damaging drought to catastrophic flooding and severe storms in every season, the News 3 Now First Warn Weather Team gives you a deeper understanding of Wisconsin's ever-changing weather with special reports that go beyond the barometer. Only on News 3 Now.
Here's one final look at your forecast. Tomorrow, we're going to see high temperatures up near 90 degrees for a lot of our areas. Some places may stay in the upper 80s, but it's also going to be pretty humid. So as we talked about earlier, those heat index values will likely get close to, if not above 100. The best chance for those heat index values to get pretty high will be Wednesday and Thursday. We also have some slight chances of rain really from Wednesday through Sunday, but most of the time it will be dry. Cooler temperatures are expected next week, but still in the lower 80s. That's not too far off from average for this time of year. So definitely prepare for the heat, although it won't be lasting too much longer.
Tomorrow on Live at 4, we will have the latest medical news from UW Health's Dr. Jeff Pothoff.
And we'll meet Madison's very own newly crowned look-alike Ernest Hemingway contest winner, Garrett Marshall.
And we know him.
Hi, it's Preston from Window World, your locally owned and nationally known remodeler. Experience customer care and appreciation like you deserve with a family-owned small business located right here in Madison. Let us prove to you that quality and comfort are affordable with a house full of windows starting at $4,800. For the best windows, the best install, and the best price, call Window World today.
Your heart is the beat of life. If you have heart failure, entrust your heart to Entresto. Entresto helps improve your heart's ability to pump blood to the body. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. And don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor if Entresto is right for you.
Attention, Wisconsin veterans.
I'm Tony Evers, the governor of Wisconsin. If you are a veteran struggling to pay for rent, utilities, or other life-sustaining services, I want you to know that the Veterans Rental Assistance Program is here to help. So call 833-WISC-VRAP or visit vrapwi.com. You've always been there for us. We want you to know that we're here for you.
These are the faces that smile so wide at the friends and staff who are by their side, where life is lived with a feeling of pride on every bump of life's great ride that comes from the care that sweetens the air that lives in the house that angels built. Attic Angel Community, independent homes and 4 levels of assisted living built with the help of angels.
Creating family memories is what Maple Leaf Landscaping is all about. We design and build outdoor spaces that bring people together. Landscaped spaces for any size family. Functional, beautiful, a place everyone will enjoy. And it all starts with a free visit at your home by one of our landscape experts. So call Maple Leaf Landscaping today and have us create an outdoor living space for your home.
In today's Final Touch, the streets of Key West, Florida were full of men resembling Ernest Hemingway and a certain breed of bull.
It's the running of the bulls, Key West style. It was more of a slow-paced ramble rather than a run for the lighthearted spoof on the famed run held annually in Spain. The event was a highlight of Hemingway Days, celebration honoring the literacy, legacy, and author Ernest Hemingway, who lived in Key West in the 1930s. And then that night, the finals of the Hemingway Lookalike Contest were held inside Sloppy Joe's Bar, and a Madison man won the whole thing. Garrett Marshall, who recently retired as a broadcast engineer here at News 3 Now, triumphed over nearly 140 other entries to win the contest's final round this weekend. It was also Garrett's 68th birthday.
This is the best birthday that I have ever had. It is exhilarating to know that Hemingway was here and to walk in his footsteps. I think if he was here today, he would be totally amazed.
This was Garrett's 11th attempt at the competition, and we will have him back in the studio live tomorrow. Congratulations, Garrett.
He's kind of like the Susan Lucci for Ernest Hemingway here.
12 times the charm, apparently. Congratulations, Garrett. That's our time for now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here again tomorrow. News 3 Now at 5 starts right now.